Waking up in the morning light, kinda feeling like I'm in flight. Clouds are gathering up above, turning whispers into love. And I'm calling all angels, won't you hear my cry? Calling all you angels, lift me up to the sky.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Or afternoon.
It's still morning in my head. I went floating this morning. So it's like, you got a period of time where you're like suspended in nothing. So it was like 10:15 when I walked in there, and it was 10:15 when I walked out. No, it was an hour and a half later, but it was still 10:15 in my mind, So
Yeah. Oh, I want to go so bad. I've never been to a floating tank.
Oh my goodness, you have not. You should really, really try it. They're certainly really some folks I've talked to were like, oh, I don't know if I could do that because there's nothing happening. But that's really, really cool. Do they have any nearby where you're at?
Probably in Nashville, yeah.
Yeah. I know that ours was pretty cool. So I have like I used to have the subscription before COVID and all that. So and you get two a month or whatever. But I didn't, and I was working, so I didn't always use them. So I had all these like free ones built up, and they sold the place to somebody else. So they were like, well, if you have if you have floats on on saved that use them by September, or you're gonna lose them. And I had like 5 of them, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go. Yeah, that was it. But it's cool because in the interim I didn't have, I needed them, but it wasn't until I could benefit from them that I was like, all of a sudden I get this email and it was like, oh, hey, I was wondering about those. Cool. And I wasn't even thinking that, man, I got to get these floats out of the way because I totally spaced them. I mean, every now and then they pop up and it'd be like, midnight or something like that. And I'm at a friend's house. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember that. But if you get the opportunity.
Well, hello, everyone.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. I see 3 people, but I haven't. Nobody's talking yet.
Oh, okay. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe. So
yes, please.
I gotta shut my
phone. And if you'd like a reading, leave your zodiac sign and your question.
Yeah, zodiac sign and question, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I heard that I don't know how true this is, but that the weightlessness in the floating tanks, it's similar to the womb when you're in the womb.
Well, it's been a long time since I was in the womb, so I can't tell you that. But I could see how it would because it's warm and you're suspended, and it's not it's very you're not really you're not really like on waves or anything like that. You are suspended. What I like, I mean, it starts there probably. It's such a a feeling that you remember from way back, but then ultimately, what I tell people, it's like, well, it expands, you know what I mean? It's like I couldn't be in such a small confined space. Well, your eyes are closed, it's dark, there's absolutely no sound, no sight, no feeling because you're floating. Next thing you know, it's the whole universe that actually is in front of you. There's no claustrophobia because it's just an expanse that's whatever out there. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's really cool. Hello, Kylo. Would you like a reading?
There's that lag.
Yeah, the fun lag. Oh, yeah, this morning was quite interesting. I ordered a can of dark red kidney beans from the store, and when I had opened it, there was a big coil of plastic inside of it.
In the kidney beans?
Yep. And I was like, that's the last time I ordered from there.
Well, actually though, but if you flip it and you know, if you flip it and you know reach out to the manufacturer and say, "Hey, look, man, this is really unacceptable," you'll probably have dark red kidney beans for life. Oh yeah, here we'll send you a case. Sorry about that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
there was like that Bob and Doug McKenzie where they came up with this idea of putting a mouse in a beer bottle and going to their favorite beer place and saying, "Look, man, there was a mouse in the beer bottles." So they got this really baby mouse and they fed it and they tried to scam the people and they're like, "No, it's not gonna work." A Gemini.
Right. Yeah, Gemini. Okay, so career reading.
Let's take a career reading for KLO. KLO, you're looking for a promotion. Let's take a look here. So yeah, I just for a brief lowdown on this, I use a different deck and I go by interpretation, more of what I read from the cards, not literal meaning. But I use a Grateful Dead deck, so I'll let you know what they symbolize in terms of the traditional tarot. But mostly, I'm utilizing my intuition from the way I see the cards, the way they come out. So if you have a question on that, then that's fine. But Jess is a little bit more traditional. She'll give you the straight tarot.
Yeah. Hello, Ishika. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I did not. KLO, are you also looking for a new job by chance?
Yeah, hey, I'm in the middle of something. I thought you were. One moment, please.
You're fine. Okay, so what I am seeing here is an opportunity coming towards you. I see that you are a very hard worker and that you're a very committed person. Um, I also have here, may you always be in your highest magic, remembering it cannot leave you, it is you. So always open but not actively looking. Okay. I feel as though you are going to get an opportunity here soon, and it is because of your hard work and your dedication and your commitment to your craft. That's what I have. Keep the
I
faith.
kind of got the same thing with that as far as you know initially we have we got the 8 here of skulls, which is swords, right? Yeah, skulls and swords. So that's your air energy. So there might be a blockage or something that right now you might be in your head because yeah, you're a Gemini, so you're probably in your head like tossing and turning about this. The boss is dragging it out or something like that. But then comes the 4 winds, which is the judgment card. So with that, what I'm feeling from that is that you're going to have a decision to make one way or the other. There's gonna come a point in time, and to really encapsulate back what Jess was talking about is like, well, ultimately it's the page of roses is where you're going to end up, and the page of roses is it's a beginning, it's new, it's a thing. So if this isn't the gig for you, if you're open to it and you can kind of put your get out of your head to the point, you'll have a decision to make, and it might be something different that's beneficial to you, or you may actually get the raise. But either way, I see it working out. It's just you just kind of that judgment thing. So keep with that. But that's what I have to it. The most important thing is don't get stuck in your head and try to try to circle yourself into a box, because that's easily done, and that's by this. So that's all I have. I think it'll be good.
I think that was great. Ishika, would you like a reading? And hi, Julie.
Hi, Julie. I just saw her fight out on Mighty Morning.
Julie, would you like a reading? Trevor, would you like a reading?
Oh yeah, Trevor.
Might be a little slow today, but that's okay.
What would you say? Snow?
I said it might be a little slow today, but that's okay.
Well, it's Sunday, and you're supposed to be slow on a Sunday.
Yeah. But I hope that helps you, KLO.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if your boss is dragging it out, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing for you. You know what I mean? Because it might just open your eyes enough so you could see something on the horizon, or something might present itself, and you might be more open to it.
Yeah.
So don't feel like, oh yeah, he's dragging it out. I'm not getting the cash. I need money. Try to just be, a little bit more receptive. If that's not happening, then something else will happen for you. It's just kind of the way it works.
Okay. Aquarius is Trevor,
You see?
and he would like what he should look out for in the future.
Well, things that go bump in the night, I would say.
Yes, Susie, I'll put you down. Leave your zodiac sign and your question, please.
Yeah, Trevor, what is your zodiac sign? You think I'd know this, right?
He's an Aquarius.
Aquarius. What should Trevor look out for in your future? Well, let's see. So, Trevor, I think what you're probably asking is not so much what you should look out for, but just kind of the way you should, how your energy should be, because life is going to really throw challenges at you. You know what I mean? That's just the way it goes. Whenever you wake up in the morning and you do something, it has the potential to go one way or the other, and a little wrinkle in the road, right? So what I'm feeling is maybe just kind of, the energy you should adopt, or an energy to help you through times like that. And so the first card I got is the Page of Bears. I don't know if you heard my spiel in the beginning. I'm not going to go over it again, but hey, Angie, the Page of Bears. Bears are pentacles. So you're starting something new, right? And keep that new mindset. Keep that childlike wonder. Really don't lose that. Don't jade yourself. You know what I mean? Just stick with that. Keep that, and don't be like, oh shit, this happened, this sucks. Be more like, well, inquisitive. How can I resolve that? Because ultimately, it's if you can adopt that, you're gonna have. And this is the Knight of Roses. The Knight of Roses is cups, and it's water. So it's maturity. It's you're finding a rhythm. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, all right, I'm doing this. It's working. And if you can somehow adopt that balance between that, ultimately, I think that you'll have the mother energy, and that is the Empress, I believe, number 3. Yes, that is the Empress. So, the things will come in. You'll have everything. You see, she's got her little kids here. She's got a rainbow. She's got a nice little hut. Roses all over the place. Life is good. So, if you can take that energy and put that into play, ultimately, it's going to bring in the things that you want. If you don't adopt that mindset and you just get hard on yourself, then you're going to be like, and then that's going to kind of, deviate. So you got to kind of keep that, that balance. Don't, it's still wonder like childlike and go that route, but just you're older now, you're better now, I'm smarter now, I had that problem before and this is how I fixed it, that sort of thing. But if you can keep out out of that, then you got that. That's all I got.
And it's funny, I actually have the Emperor here. I'm sorry. But I feel as though there is something that you feel like you're not in control of. And I feel like the universe is asking you, sorry, to flow more and not be as controlling about the situation. I do see two new opportunities coming in for you. One that you're passionate about for sure, and another one that is going to bring you a lot of happiness and it's going to bring you a lot of stability. I also have an open mind is a portal to a different reality. Infinite possibilities are all around you. And I feel like that's what you were saying too.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of times, especially when you get those curveballs, they come at you, and it's difficult to kind of not to get out of that thought pattern. And the more you think that thought pattern, whatever it is, if it's a negative pattern, the more you go in that direction, the easier it becomes to do that. But the same is true if you can somehow switch it on the positive. I mean, the mechanic is the same, just what you think is different. So, try to go on that thing. But I don't see anything bad if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. I hope that helps you.
I do hope that helps you, Trevor.
Okay, Susie, she's on time for tarot usually. She would like a love reading. She's a Cancer.
A love reading. I'm not really good with love readings. And it's not because I'm sour on love. I just think that everybody has, a different viewpoint on love. You can love one person, but if that person doesn't love you and they love somebody else, you see how it gets kind of weird like that. But as long as you're open to love, well, yeah, love will find you.
Yeah.
But I'll give it my shot. Susie, what do we have for love in the realm? I'll let you go first this time, Josh.
Okay. You are showing up in one reading. I have the moon here. I think that you're stepping into a new cycle and things are probably a little unknown right now. And it could be worrying you a lot. There's a transformational energy here. I see that you have been doing the inner work. There might be some indecision here. What is it? Okay. There may be somebody here from your past, or yeah, I don't feel like this is a new person.
I was, Angie. Spirit wants you to take action. Also, let it be a mystery. So they want you to go with the flow more and this new cycle and to be more open to possibilities as well. And how long will you let fear limit you? What if the obstacle is actually the path? That is what I have. I have so the first card was the Eight of Roses, and the Eight of Roses is cups. So it feels to me like you've got you have an idea, but there's possibly maybe something that you need to either let go of and abandon, or maybe a concept or a person or something in the love realm. I don't know what it is, and only you do. And if you quiet your mind, you'll figure that portion out if this resonates with you. You know, that's it. But that leads you to the eyes card, which the eyes card is the that's the world card. So I mean, ultimately, if you can somehow, you know, come together with this and iron that out, then well, you have this, which is, you know, exactly what you want, fulfillment. It's going to be coming in for you. And then the last card is, you know, the nine of bolts, which is the nine of, it would be swords. But I kind of read this as like, yeah, this is the nine is the completion of the project. So, you know, you abandon the bullshit, then, you know, you get into that mode, love comes to you. And, you know, I think what you're looking, you know, in this respect is instead of like placing it like this person is going to make me complete, it's more of this is the scenario I want to make me complete, which brings in, you know, everything you need ultimately, you know, bringing you to the top of the game is like, yeah, this is it, because the next card is going to be the 10, and that's just going to be the new beginning, right? So you don't want the new beginning, you want to get to this point. So that's what I have for you, Susie. Crappy love reading, I'm sorry.
I thought it was pretty good.
Thank you.
I hope that helps you.
Yeah, I hope so too.
KCMR, are you still here? I'm not going to read into anybody else's energy, but I can do a reading on your energy and see what's coming
Thank you,
towards
Susie.
you. But I can't look into. I would feel uncomfortable looking into anything legal for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, KCMR Scorpio. I'm seeing two people in your energy. There's new love coming in for you if you're open to that. They want you to trust your intuition rather than things that you are seeing in your reality right now. There is a sense of the word escaped me. Recognition. There we go. Here. And like I said, you do have new love coming in. They want you to leave the past behind and plant new seeds. I also have here the Nine of Wands, where this is going to be ending. This is the Wounded Warrior card. You have been through a lot. Once you go from the 9, you get to the 10. And then the new beginning happens. And the 10 here that I have is the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a stable.
I have the well, I got the Four of Skulls, which is the Four of Swords. So there's kind of, you know, it's balanced, but it's, you know, it's shaky balance. So you know, you have, you know, one skull here buried in the ground, and he's, you know, he's got his head in the ground, but you have the other three, and the last one growing. So I mean, there's different points to what you should probably be in relation to, you know, your ex and your legal thing, which leads us to, you know, the next portion is the king of bolts, which is the wands, and that's fire. But you know, you're obviously really passionate about whatever. I mean, you're coming in here and asking about how that's going to work out for you. Oh, I'm sorry if Jess wasn't finished.
No, it's okay. You go ahead. It's just one more card. It says, "Don't waste time watching others live how you want. It's your turn now to dance."
Well, that's
all
cool.
I have.
well, and I didn't have much more than what I said. So, like I said, it's it's passion. So you're obviously passionate about the whole thing. So I think this tells us to there's a few moving pieces. Just really keep your passion, your wits about you, and don't let your passion just take control. And the last card is the river, which is the death card. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think that this will resolve. And I think how you keep your mindset, if it's positive, it'll resolve positively for you. And if you show up positively and don't let your passions, because it's an ex and whatever the entanglement is with your ex, drag you into something that's not pretty. If you could keep above that and just keep, recognize that you have, four different things going on here, and when it does end, and it will end, it'll be beneficial to you, and the whole flow will start all over again for you. It's only going to be as tricky as you make it, but you have to, have that attitude. That's all I got.
Yeah. I hope that helps you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
The next one I believe is Joanna. She is an Aquarius, and she'd like a general reading for the next few months.
So,
I'm seeing some sort of inner struggle here on where to move forward. I don't know if this is career or school. They want you to gain your balance and have some patience. Yeah, I have the Page of Pentacles twice. Oh, and the Sun. That's the happiest card in the deck.
I got the Page of Pentacles too, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see what else comes out. They want you to move forward. So if this inner struggle is whether to go back to something previous or to move forward to something new, I feel as though they want you to move forward to something new. Let me get one more card. They feel as though whatever it is from the past is a waste of your time. Open your heart, expand your mind, let your radiant heart pour out into everything you do. So, honestly, whatever decision you decide to make, they want you to let your heart guide you. And that's all I have.
The first card I pulled was the Doorway, which is the Temperance card, I believe. That's Temperance. So that's balance. I think that's balance. You have, the path. I don't know if you can see it here, right here. So here you are in the path, and see how it turns and curves and everything like that. So it's requiring a little bit of balance, and that's not always easy for, speaking for myself. I think that's not always easy, but if you can achieve that, and some folks are good at that, and that's cool, then that's that what you're striving for. I also pulled the Eight of Bolts, and the Eight of Bolts is Wands, which is fire. So there's a passion here. There's something, and there's activity, but I think that it's going to flow. With whatever's coming your way, you'll pick a direction in that. And that's it, because back to what Jess was saying, this is the Page of Bears, which is the Page of Pentacles, like she said. So it's a new beginning. You're here, you're learning, you're dripping with roses. Everything is, it's a new beginning of a start of something. So you can work up to, that back on that path. And if you can walk the path with balance, whatever comes in your way, you should be able to traverse without it. It's or with within it, with the balance, it'll help you through, because you definitely have the motivation and the the spark, the fire to do it, and it's behind you. You just pick a direction, and if it resonates with you, you should be fine. And if you stumble, don't worry about it, because that's how you learn, and it'll get better.
Right. I hope that helps you. Ella, do we want to do, Angie, did you want a reading?
I think she just came in to say, "Hey, were you ever a rock star?" Well, yes, in a former life I was.
Ella, could you please post your zodiac sign, please? And
Yeah, I thought she got married in Las Vegas. I secretly think she's like Beyonce's tour stage manager or something like that. Because every time I see, she's like in Vegas and San Antonio. I think one week she was in Mars.
mm-hmm. Brandon, could you also put your zodiac sign, please? And if you'll excuse me, I do have to use the restroom really quick.
We need holding music. Well, we love having you, Angie. So, my dog has no nose. No nose. How does he smell? Awful. That's it. Vaudeville. Taurus, Brandon. Ella, what was your sign? Ella, I'm sorry, I missed that. Brandon's Taurus. Angie, did you ask for that full reading? Or did it just pop up? This is what happens when you leave the kids alone in the room to watch TV.
They have me on a new medication, so.
Brandon wants a general. He's a Taurus. Did you get? I'm not sure who's next. Was it Brandon or Ella? I did not get Ella's.
I did not get Ella's either yet.
Zodiac. I think Ella was asking about a general reading, but I don't know the zodiac.
Right. We're gonna need the zodiac sign, please.
See, I knew it.
So many wanted to fly out at once.
So Ella Bella is a Pisces, and a general reading for you. Well, let's see what we can do.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you in just a second. Are you in a relationship currently, Ella? No? Okay.
You know, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first, Jeff?
Yeah, you're ready to go first.
You know, Bella, I don't. The way this I'm feeling the energy is for general. So this could be on one particular aspect, or it could just be the whole feeling of where you know what you got, or you know any variation. And if it resonates, you know, you'll know on yourself. If it doesn't resonate, then don't pick it up because it's really not for you. But so what I had, the first card I pulled was the Ten of Skulls, and the Ten of Skulls is the swords, is air. So that's kind of like, well, you know, it's the tens in the ending of something. It's just kind of like, you know, you're getting to the ending of something. It's worked its way to its point. So you may be feeling that someplace in your life on your path, right? On your path, you know, you might be having that feeling. Maybe it's not. It might be subtle. You're just like, you know, you get up and you're like, you know, I don't know, but you know, that's kind of what it is. You can see all these skulls are precariously, you know, stacked on the skeleton that, you know, they're prepared to tumble. So then the next card that came out, and I just pulled these cards like one. The next card that came out was the Five of Bears, and the Five of Bears, the bears do represent pentacles, which is earth. So with the five, it's, you know, it's kind of shaky ground. You got these bears slumbering under the tree, but the tree, you know, it's clouded in the moon. You know, it's got these roses growing, and they're not really, you know, they're not really aware of it. They're just kind of, you know, there's a change afoot here, but I don't know that they're prepared for it. And the reason why I say that, because the next one that came out was the five of what is that? Five of bolts, which the five of bolts is the wands, fire. So yeah, and that is seems to me like a conflict, because each one of these hands is actually, now this Grateful Dead lore you probably don't need, but each one of those represents one of Jerry's guitars, all very differently, all had a different voice. So if you in turn look inside, you have five different voices pulling at you, or five different energies that are kind of poking at you and stuff. And I got all these cards, and it's like, gee, you know, it seems like there's a little tumultuous energy around you. And I felt kind of, well, you know, it's not bad, because we all go through these phases. You know, I was in it weeks ago, you know, Jess may have been in it, and whomever. I mean, this happens. It's not necessarily bad. It's just kind of the way life goes sometimes. So I figured I'd give you an extra card, and I did pull the Storyteller, which is the Fool card. So I mean, with all those previous cards you know that I pulled for you, you know, the wake of this is a new beginning, a new journey for you or something. So embrace that with, you know, while you're going through this, kind of keep a positive mindset. And I think that going forward, you know, once you'll get to this point, and then, you know, if you were feeling, like I said at the beginning, you know, like, oh, no, it's just a general energy, this will change and you'll be into this and it'll take you forward. But that's all I have. But it looks promising if you could just go through that tumultuous, not get too hung up.
Yes. If you've had any negative thoughts, or if you've been obsessing over any outcomes, that they want you to let that go. I see where things may be at a pause for you currently. They want you to get a different perspective on your reality. And it could be your inner reality as well. I have the star, so I feel like they want you to keep that hope. And you may be going through a time of healing as well. They're bringing up something about going back and forth about your worth or the worth of something else. I don't know what that could be about. I see that time is going to bring some change here for you. And I also have, darling, enough with the distractions. It's time to manifest your dreams and mind your business. That's what I have.
I hope that helps. You know, it's not, you know, it might be a little tricky, but it's not you know, it's not to the point where it's a horrible thing. Just, you know, it's just really honestly how you show up. I mean, if you show up in a real positive situation and you have a negative attitude, it could be the same as showing up to a negative situation having a positive attitude. It's really your perspective of it. So, you know,
Mhm.
just keep that solid. I think you'll be okay though, Ella. I like the fact that you got the full card. Anytime you pull the full card, to me, is really cool because that's just a new beginning. That's the everything is open to you.
Yes. I hope that helps you. Brandon, he's a
Taurus.
Taurus and he's like a general. Are you in a relationship currently?
You're welcome,
I have
Bella.
to
I
say
hope that helps, and please come back and visit. You'll get Bonnie next time, hopefully, and she's a lot more professional than me. But she doesn't use Grateful Dead cards, so. All right, Brandon's here, and he's a Taurus, and he wants a general reading.
Mhm. I have love coming through. So I don't know if you are in a relationship currently or not. You are single? Okay. This, wow. Well, it's definitely coming in for you. Um, hmm. Don't be too impulsive. But I am getting here a lot of wish fulfillment and a relationship coming through for you. If you want to go ahead, I'm going to try to pull more on this.
So, if you're single, and this isn't a love reading, this is just a general reading, but I mean, if that's in your head or that's the energy around you, well, you're at the end of something here. So that might be the phase that you're at the end of. As I was telling Ella, and again, this, you know, these it's just the end of this particular cycle, and you know, these skulls are going to topple, and you're going to start something new. But that is the Sun card. So you are certainly into, and why the reason why I tend to think it might be that your whole single thing might be coming to an end is because, well, this is China Cat Sunflower, and as you can see there, you know, he's, you know, extending his hand into maybe a relationship to the here, but it's bright, it's the future, it's you know, it's a world of possibilities that may be open to you if that's your head. Wish fulfillment for sure. And of course, the next card following that is Father, which is, I believe, the Emperor card. So, you know, you definitely, you know, he's sitting there, the sun, right? He's he's got knowledge, and you know, he has that intuition, and he's the master of his own thing. So, I mean, this could be the shape it takes is really what you know what you put to it. So, you know, wherever, you know, however this lands for you, you know, you could bring in something positive, and it's all in your control, really, is what he's telling you. So you go with that, and it is, like I said, if it's a relationship, it promises to be one that may be actually really fulfilling. So don't close your mind to it. If it is, you know, don't you know, just kind of just know that, you know, you're bringing it in. This is you, and you got it. That's all I have.
Yeah, I also here have that this person is going to see you for you. And they want you to stop underestimating yourself and go out there. It's time to move forward. So if there's been anything holding you back, they want you to let that go because you do have something really fulfilling coming in here for you. And
Yeah,
that's what I have.
yeah, I can feel that too with the sun. It just popped out when I flipped that over. It just wow, man, that's really bright.
I know, a lot of good cards. I hope that helps you.
I hope so too.
Cherry blossom. What is your zodiac sign again, Cherry Blossom? I'm sorry if I forgot it already. And what type of reading would you like? Oh, Karen. Okay.
General reading.
Oh, okay. Who do we go for?
I don't know, Sherry. I think Cancer with a general reading. And Karen
Okay.
may or may not be a Virgo. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Which one are we doing?
Cherry blossom.
Cherry blossom. All right.
Too many. Wow.
Do you want me to go first, or?
Yeah, you can go.
So I think you said for like the next 2 weeks, or well, the general reading either way. I pulled musician, which is basically the magician, which is that's not a bad thing. You know, you obviously you have a you know the ability to manifest and bring in what you want. So you know whatever is you know for you, you know you definitely can take ownership of it and just you know go for that because he's it says musician, but he's playing the song all the bears are dancing to. So that's you're the magician of your world, and you know everybody dances to you. So take that and know that whatever you're creating. The next card I pulled was the Six of Roses, and roses are cups. So you know it's kind of like there's that one broken spoke, but you know all you know the wheel is reminiscent about like well you know you have the ability to create this you know whatever it is. I know the six of cups might be a little bit different, but I read on the intuition. So what I'm seeing is there is a broken spoke, but you know it's cradled in those loving hands, and since you're the magician you certainly can make this turn to your benefit. And then that brings us to the doorway, which you know that's balance. And as I was saying in an earlier reading, you know that if you can have that balance you know within this you know then that'll see you through. So it's not you know you have the ability to manifest your whole you know your whole thing. It's really a matter of mindset and how you know if you can achieve the balance, then you know this will all come into fruition for you. And that's about all I have.
I have that you've been doing a lot of work on yourself and that you are happy with who you are and you're very confident. Um, Never apologize for being too much because no, you're not normal and that is a blessing. Absolutely. I feel like something from your past is going to be resurfacing here. Um, they want you to think carefully about that, whether it is worth your time right now or not. But also stop underestimating your magic. There are treasures within you waiting to be discovered and to be shared. And that is what I have.
That could be why I got that six you know for the reminiscent, you know what I mean, something from the past that might be just popping up. um
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, absolutely. I hope that
Yeah,
helps.
if that helps them. Karen, Virgo General.
Next couple of weeks for Karen. That's why I got the magician.
Good.
See, you're the magician of your life, Chair.
Yeah, please. Okay. This is a very direct message. If you have been going back and forth on whether you want to let something go or not, um, Spirit is saying here to stop overthinking and make the decision. Let me see what else. They want you, there is something here they want you to take action on. Yeah, see, leave the past behind because you have so much better coming. I have the Wheel of Fortune here. They want you to go after what you're passionate about. And I'm getting the stop selling yourself short. Yeah, see, I have the Four of Pentacles again. There's something that you're holding on to that they want you to release. Let me get a couple more. The month of May may be significant to you, but I do see a new beginning coming in the month of May, possibly. I don't know. You can't always, I do have timing cards, but they're not definite. And do the things that intimidate you because what's waiting on the other side is magic. And that is what I have.
So I did pull the Eight of Roses, which again, that's maybe something's coming to an end for you that you might just abandon a way of thinking. It's got the duality here of the light and cold and dark, and it's night. It seems kind of murky, but the reason why I say that because the next one that comes up is the Four Winds, which is the 20. So that brings us to Judgment, right? And that that in and of itself is really powerful. There's this little skeleton guy. He's sitting there, and there's the Four Winds that are bringing there. There's definitely a decision or something that you're kind of like weighing here as far as what you're going. But ultimately, it leads us to the Lovers, and this doesn't necessarily mean it's a romantic thing. It's it's passion. It's what you want. So on your journey, if there's something that you're really passionate about and you want to make a change to go in that direction, this is certainly the card you want to see. Also, Lovers and whatnot. But it seems like you have like there's a decision that you have to balance, and once you can come with that going forward in the next couple of weeks, you certainly have whatever you need to take you. Just follow your passion and listen to your heart. Your intuition is not going to steer you wrong. That's all I got.
Phoenix, could you post your zodiac sign, please?
Who was next?
Phoenix, 1111. I just need a zodiac sign.
You're welcome, Karen. I hope that helps you out.
You're welcome. Cancer. Okay. The number 7 may be significant for you. A lot of passion and fire here. If you'd like to go first.
I can, sure. I have the first one I pulled was the Five of Bears. And the Five of Bears is the Five of Pentacles, which is, that's Earth. So it seems like there would be an instability if you go the traditional, but I only read it by the intuition. So what I'm seeing is well, you have to use your intuition on whatever is coming up in for you in that energy. That I don't know, only you do. But you see the skeleton here. He has his faithful companion, the dog, and then they're going forward. The bears don't really pose too much of a threat, but he can get sidetracked. So don't allow yourself to get sidetracked. And the reason why I got that feeling is then I got now this is a 10, and then I got the 5. Did I say 5? I did say 5. I easily confused. But here's the 5 of sorry, 5 of bolts, which is the 5 of
Wands.
bolts. Yeah, wands, right. And that's what I was talking about, the 5 of because each one of those is just a different voice tugging at you. Now you're going forward. The 10, you're going forward. He's still got his faithful companion again. The bears are, this is the end of the whole deal. It's a 10, it's your end of the thing, and then next is a new beginning that starts. But it's a promising end. It's not, it's not something that's too bad. It just make sure they have that, let that go. Ultimately, our king of roses, which of course is cups, and the king of roses is maturity, bringing our he's grounded, he's in the water, he's got his tool, but he's sitting on a throne of roses. Sure, it's moon, and there's still some mystery involved, but he's not, he's firm in where he's at. So the path may have a little bit of a turn here and there, but I think that you're well equipped to bring that forward, that energy forward. I don't see anything really harmful in terms of crazy energy. That's all I got.
Yeah. I see something that you may have been struggling with, or something that could have been a challenge. Your passion's being reignited in this situation. I see you overcoming something here, and you will be victorious in whatever this is. I don't know. It's not really telling me. But also there's a reason for the dreams that you carry in your heart. Honor them. So whatever you have been struggling with, or whatever has been a challenge, the passion that's getting reignited, you've had that in your heart, and they want you to honor that and don't give up. That's what I have.
Yeah, because I mean, with that, the bears. I mean, there's prosperity there. You can bring that in. It's just that the 5 that I had there. There's a lot of things that are poking at you that might, if you let it, deviate from you. And this is all internal. It's not anything like outside. It's inside. It might be happening external to you, but it's how you process it inside that might shake you up a bit. But the king is good there with that. Love your damn self, Victor.
Hey, Victor. I hope that helps you, Phoenix.
Yeah, I hope so. Let us know how that goes. Feel free to come back. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Are we supposed to be saying that all the time? I don't know. I'm a guest here.
Victor, would you like a reading?
I thought that was Trevor's job. Trevor? Who was next? Was Victor next? Or there was somebody else that came in, I think, right?
Was there?
I don't know. I might be behind. There's lag.
No, I think I've got everybody from the chat.
Like, subscribe, share. Yes, like, subscribe, share.
Mm-hmm. If you'd like a personal reading, I don't know. Do you do personal readings?
I don't do personal. That's what I should be saying. Yeah, tell your friends, man. You want a reading? Check it out, man. We got your cards, man. Tell your friends. No, I don't do personal reading.
Well, I do. If anybody is interested, my email is there.
I recommend Josh. She's spot on. She's pretty good. I guess Victor is a
Sagittarius.
Yeah, he is a Sagittarius. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Victor, Victor, Victor. Are we doing general, Victor? That's what you're getting from me, man.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Love's coming through for me. I see a new cycle here for you. I feel like you have caught somebody's attention. Let me see what else I can pull on this.
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I have the Eight of Bears, and the Eight of Bears is the Eight of Pentacles. So there's a mastery. You see, he's writing something. He's not even he's focused on this. And again, the sun's coming out. It's clearing, and he's certainly mastering something. So this is where whatever you're working on, whatever your energy is focused on, you are at the point where there's a certain mastery here. You've got one step to go, and then it's going to be awesome. I mean, it's not that it's not already awesome, mind you, but I mean, this is finally, it's like, and this is a weird analogy, but it's when you're watching the coyote and he's chasing the road runner, and there's that second that he masters the whatever, the bat suit or whatever. So that's where you're at. Don't crash into the wall, though. I recommend just stick with the mastering of it, and you'll be fine. Because we come to the Five of Skulls, which is next. Now, I know that looks kind of, scary because there's all these skulls, but they're all intertwined and they're all connected. And it's basically, the Five of Skulls is the swords. That's air. So there's communication going here. There's whomever, you run the risk of maybe not communicating your needs or maybe misunderstanding someone who's communicating something to you. So just keep in mind that that whatever's being communicated, just circle back and stay to your stay solid, because you did get another five, and this time I made sure I had five. And then we've been talking about this five, and there's all those these different voices, these different energies that are kind of poking at you. Yeah. That's kind of poking at you. So don't all of them have a voice, and all of them might actually have a really good idea too. But you know what, when they're all talking to you, you're not really going to be able to hear. And that same holds true with this one. So that's why mastery and what you're doing is fine. You know what I mean? It's crucial to put this all into check. And I think that, going forward, and you're solid, Victor, you really are. So I don't think I'm telling you something you don't already know, but just be wary of the fact that, sometimes you have that push and pull, and there's more than one thing that's not positive, negative, but there's like positive, negative. Yeah, that's right. 55, man. But I don't see it as bad. I just see it as kind of just beware. You know what I mean? It's not even beware. Beware. I mean, just know that there's always that. Keep that in the back of your mind. And that's always something that's happening. But I see definitely positive thing. That whole mastery thing, because you got just on the next step to your crafting. That's good.
Good. Yeah, I see new love coming in here, but I also see somebody from your past that I would be a little careful with. I see where communication may have not been the best in the past. Don't let your guard down with this person just yet, okay? Also, sometimes it's the season to manifest things out of your life, move on to new magic.
55.
Mm-hmm. But you've got this.
You definitely do, Victor.
And a lot of the Pisces, a lot of Pisces energy was coming through for me. So I feel like this has to do with you being a Pisces moon, your emotions, and your
I hope that
Okay.
helps.
Seems to be everybody, unless anybody else would like a reading.
And if that is everybody, this is a portion of the show where we go through the store, the other shows, like Wednesday, Tuesday, Julie, Karen, and Claudine, they have a show. Claudine's awesome. She really is. She's definitely a warrior. You know, she's got a lot of holistic stuff. So I recommend that listening, just listening in and seeing what it's always interesting. Yeah, there we go. And then Love Riot Warriors. That's Julie and Claudine. That's Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Julie also holds a show in Jess, do you remember the name of that show? Is that it?
I don't remember. I don't remember the name of the show, but I do remember that Julie does go live, and she usually has a guest on Wednesdays.
And always very interesting guests. Every time I've tuned in, very very interesting guys. It's always good to to see other aspects of that, and so she keeps them very very fluid, and not like one guest is the same. They're all a little bit different. They all have little things, and it's really really cool because just it's enlightening. You might learn something, you might not. I know I always find it enlightening. It's a very good show. That's Wednesday.
Yeah, last week. Oh, sorry. Last week she had somebody on that reads your human design chart, and that was very interesting. So if you're interested in that, you could go back and watch that as well.
Yeah, that was really, I found really interesting. And then the more you dig into it, it's like one of those conspiracy theories, but not really. But I mean, it's just like more unveiled. It's like, wow, that's pretty interesting. And then Google, and then before you know it, it's midnight. You're like, man, I probably should have went to sleep. But yeah, that's the spiritual show that flows is on Tuesday, and Wednesdays is conversations and connections. You're right about that. Look at Angie's on top.
Thank you.
See, Angie's a professional. We just play with luck over here. That was Wednesday, right? And then Wednesday isn't
Don and Angie.
Don and Angie, yeah. I was like, where's Angie's show? I didn't write that down. Wow, I think I did with Angie, and they have a show.
PM-ish.
I'm not sure what ish is, but if it's anything like hippie time, I understand ish. And Don's awesome. He's really good. And Angie's really incredible. She certainly is. And she may or may not be the stage manager for Beyonce. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'll get to the bottom of this. And that's Wednesday, right? Then Thursday is who we got on Thursday?
Don and Shauna.
Don and Shauna. That's right. And
Shauna Sellers.
Shauna Sellers. Do you know what time that is? I don't.
11 EST-ish.
That's Thursday. And then Friday, again, Julie, who's out there with Scott Underwood, they're the Gabriel Collective, and that's a very free-flowing show. I really liked it. That's actually the first show I saw, and how I got introduced to everybody here was watching that show. It's very free form, and that's like the Gabriel Collective. They kind of channel and go through messages and stuff like that. It's certainly a breath of fresh air to see, especially on a Friday. And Friday's always got a really good feeling. It's got a good energy to me. I mean, Friday's like, hey, Friday. And then, watch that. I always walk away like, great, it's the weekend, And then later on Friday night, since it is the weekend, there's Bonnie's other show that's with Sarah, right?
Sarah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah and Bonnie, of course, is awesome. She, she does her thing, and I'm filling in for her. So you guys got cheated today. Sorry. But Donna is her she draws pictures, man, and it's like she channels like your higher collective energy, and she draws these really wild pictures, and she lets them go for pretty cheap too if you want it. So but it's cool even if you're not gonna to watch, just to see how the whole energy transpires. Bonnie does the reading, and she does the picture, and it's really really fascinating, I think. And that's everybody does love a Friday. You are correct, Angie. And so it's always really fascinating to watch. And if you get a reading, that's really cool too. I think you'll enjoy that. I do anyway. And then that brings us to Saturday. What's happening on Saturday?
Saturday is Susan. She reads pretty quickly. She gets everyone done within the time. I don't remember how long Susan Grayson goes live for. I think it's an hour or 2 hours. But she's very quickly, very straight to the point. So if you're interested in that as well, she is live on Saturday. And then Sunday, you're back here with us.
Yeah, that's right. And hopefully Bonnie will be able to, not that I mind sitting in. I like sitting in, but I like being on the other side and bugging you on chat rather.
I enjoyed this though.
No, I did. I do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Do I see anything you should focus on? Well, I need some Beyonce tickets. We could do that for you, Angie. What should Angie focus on? Or how should I look at Angie? Got this just popped out. See, now I can't help but notice this bear looks really, really like somebody that it's the six of bears are the six of pentacles. So, charity, there's my Beyonce tickets I was talking about, but there's big energy here. So I think for your focus, you should be, focused on giving back the love that you share with everybody because, you're awesome, Angie. Come on, Angie. That's what I see. Jess?
Angie, are you an Aquarius? I'm not sure. I see you focusing on the home. I also see a new opportunity coming in here.
Thanks, Trevor.
Let me see what this is about. Okay, if there's been somebody in your life, there's you again. If there's been somebody in your life that's been causing a little mischief, I see that coming to an end. I don't know what this could be. It does say waste of time. So, and I know you don't do that. Aquarius rising. Okay, I thought so. And let me pull one more card.
Hey, I'm a Capricorn.
I'm a Capricorn moon too. Your energy is exclusive and expansive. Remember, it's a privilege to be in your presence. That is you through and through.
Yeah, it's totally you. I've always felt that. I'm certainly I'm not lying for sure. Absolutely, man. You got big energy, and it is absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Don't sell yourself short, Angie.
That's why when this Five of Swords came out, I was like, hold on, wait, what? Because I don't. Again, waste of your time. She does not waste her time. So yeah, that's what I have.
No, she doesn't waste her time. Well, she's got the Queen of Skulls, so there's like balance, and she's got the nice roses, but she's got the world in her hand here. So, balance your world, you'll be fine. Who's fucking with Angie?
Nobody in their right mind.
Yeah. I remember we were in that Tuesday night class at one time, and Angie and I were in, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe she was telling the whole class. She was talking about how she was getting all these numbers, and I'm like, is there any way I could possibly ask her for numbers without asking her for numbers? And I'm sitting there thinking, there's just no way without me coming out and saying, Angie, give me the winning lottery numbers. But that just sounds so corny because everybody tells you, hey, give me the winning lottery numbers. So I didn't.
Oh,
but if you do have any numbers, I'm teasing.
Good. I'm glad.
You know how you mentally prepare for a great week is day by day. And before you're 10 toes down, just like today's going to be a great day. 10 toes down. Today's going to be an awesome day, and just go forward, man.
Yeah. Everything placed on our path, it's like we get to choose how we see that. What happens. Okay. I think that's everyone.
I believe
Unless
that.
there's anybody else who wants a reading.
I don't believe so. No, I'm looking, but I don't see anything.
Mhm. Taco
Well,
Friday sounds amazing. Tacos and tequila. Sorry, I just meant that.
this was truly an honor for me to help out Bonnie, help out you, and do that. Really is. I enjoy. I hope I can help somebody. Whatever. If they take it with them, that's pretty cool. But I appreciate letting me sitting in. It was fun. It's always fun. It's always a good
Well,
time.
thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you for being here. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. We have to do this again.
Yeah, absolutely, most definitely. I'm certain of that. But I do. I wish Bonnie the best. Let's all give her positive, healing love and everything.
Yes.
She's I was gonna bug her. I was gonna be like, it's exactly how you do it. See, why are you asking me? I'm playing with you, Angie. Yeah, because I was every time, who's gonna tell me when the moon's void, or and I always come at her with these outlandish questions. They just pop in my head. It's just like, so if Saturn's retrograde and the day after I was born it was retrograde. I'm just like, doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, we definitely wish Bonnie the best. So
Yes.
and but
Pray for her.
it's always my pleasure. Jess, again, it's always a pleasure. You take care. Trevor, my man,
Thank you.
it's always good to see you. Victor, Angie, everyone, please, thank you for coming. Like and subscribe, okay? But more
Have a
important,
blessed day.
Waking up in the morning light, kind of feeling like I'm in flight. Clouds are gathering up above, turning whispers into love. And I'm calling all angels, won't you hear